Why buy anything else? I spent 4 months with newest flagship phone from Samsung. They promised revolution in the phone market, new era of mobile technology, smartphone from the future. Have they delivered? Or this all was just a marketing fluff? Did I like it? Spoilers, for one particular reason. The phone is straight up unusable for me. That led me to lose $400, but more on that later. In the past, Samsung was associated with quality products that needed little to no explanation. It was Samsung and the rest of the Android companies. They were leaders. The devil is in the details. All these years, Samsung was heavily dependent on the monopolistic practices and ethically questionable corrupted use of patents. Their partnership with Google led to more and more separation between Samsung and the rest of the Android market. Galaxy devices were the first and sometimes the only ones beside Pixel's phones to get exclusive features. Not to tell about Samsung's wage of war on the right to own and repair, removal of the replaceable battery, removal of headphone jack.
A what?
A dongle.
A dongle.
Yeah, a dongle.
Removal of micro SD expansion slot, removal of infrared laser, and all of this after mocking Apple for doing the same. But as always, even if we are dealing with devil and the worst corporation of evil possible, people won't care if the product is good and worth the money they spend. And here where I have a problem with Galaxy S24 Ultra. The product just is not worth it for me, for the amount of money I spend on it. The weight and size. Boxy form factor makes it very uncomfortable in the hand. Corners pierce in the hand, forcing you to hold it on the side. It makes balancing hard, in some situations like laying on the bed at night. This form factor makes it a lot heavier than it is, but to give it a credit, Samsung has one of the best one-hand mode in the game. We'll give points in their karma. Slow charging. Not only Samsung dares to put nothing in the box for the price they ask. No charger, no protective film on the screen, only cable. But the charging speeds are a joke. 45 watts by wire. Seriously, waiting hour in the morning, when not so long ago we looked at 200 watt charging speeds, when in modern world even budget phones get 80 to 100 watt plus charging speeds, with charging bricks in the box, with gallium nitrogen technology. This is beyond pathetic. Even will take some points from your karma, Samsung. Unacceptable stuff. Bad biometrics. For some reason, Samsung phones just can't recognize my face. Almost in all situations, no matter what I do, no matter what the lighting conditions are, daylight, evening, night, fingerprint scanner fails almost every time. It makes it very hard to use it, especially when I'm driving. I don't know the particular reason for this, but biometrics just atrocious. It was easier for me to just completely turn them off, rather than to try to fight against it. Cameras. Cameras are the sad story here. I'm a photographer in my heart, and by my first profession and education. Even after knowing that cameras in S24 Ultra won't be the best, I still was very disappointed. I will describe them as mediocre at best. Good overall for a mid-range phone. Lots of noise in the shadow areas, low contrast and micro contrast, not very impressive use of algorithms and computation, very bad front-facing camera, and the unforgivable sin, use of old 2020 hardware technology in 2024, while calling it the phone of the future for the next 7 years. Samsung gives you nice budget or mid-range photos and videos for the price of the ultra-luxury flagship plus plus, like typical Apple. Sorry Apple fans, was not meant to hurt our feelings. But to give it a credit, we'll say that Samsung has nice white balance overall and very good stabilization on video. As well, they are the few of ones that give you 4K 120 FPS video mode, but without HDR and stabilization. I'm looking for quality 4K to 40 FPS without a crop and with gyro data stabilization and HDR. Not impressive, But okay, here is some points for your karma. AI features.
Bruh.
Here is where the inner flame of my spirit bursts out. I have watched live event, Galaxy Unpacked, where they straight up told everyone about features that has nothing to do with Samsung phones, like Circle to Search is Google Lens on steroids, nothing to do with Samsung, Gemini AI, Google's computational servers, nothing to do with Galaxy phones. All so-called futuristic features are just small gimmicks, and large ones, like photo manipulation, occurs on the Google servers, not offline on the phone, by using machine learning and locally trained models. Most of these features, by the rumors, will be paid by subscription. Totally phone of the future. Future where we own nothing and be happy. Samsung, I feel like we have some misunderstanding between us about what word AI is truly mean. Our physical brain can be described as true AI, artificial intelligence that helps us in our Earth's journey. Try to close your eyes and imagine something. Your favorite fruit, some colors, maybe tree from the forest, or the face of your beloved person. Maybe try to imagine music. Just use your imagination. Brain will use diffusion of images, similar to how Stable Diffusion, AI art generator works, and can use predictive coding, based on our previous life from childhood, where we trained it in specific manner. In simple words, it can diffuse images and sounds, and predict the outcome while understanding context. And here is my problem with Samsung AI. There is none. Period. I can only see some smart features and gimmicks, but no artificial intelligence whatsoever. Live translation is not the new feature. In my use case, it had a lot of mistakes and sometimes did not understand what I was saying. Here is example of true AI assistant from different timeline on another planet. Oh my, it is 3 a.m. I need some sleep. Assistant.
Yes?
I am so tired. Check my plan list for this morning.
Scanning. I have checked your mails for the last 6 months, conversations and work chats, as well as to-do lists, and...
Quicker.
Here's what I found out. You have a very important meeting at 10 p.m. at Central Station area.
Shit. How I forgot. Assistant.
Yes?
Make an alarm for 8 p.m. I have no time. Also make a delivery for something to eat before all this mess.
Done. Setting alarm for 8 p.m. You have 4 hours and 50 minutes for sleep. Want me to buy something special for breakfast?
Leave it for you. You know what I need.
Got it. Have a nice night, Master.
And turn on binaural sleep sounds. I need this meeting tomorrow. What's the... Gary!
Good morning, Master.
What time is it?
12 p.m., Master.
How the hell? I told you to set an alarm on...
You have received email at night. No one will come to this meeting. Everything will be done in 3 days. Your biosensors showed very bad sinus amplitude in your spinal nerve. You have worked too much and slept too little for the last 3 months. According to graphs, you will get health damage that will be very hard to retreat. 99% change of getting venous damage and 65% chance of damaging your very expensive brain implant. According to my area of permissions and taking self-decisions, I have changed your alarm to 12:30 to prevent inevitable.
Stop this flow of words. I got it. Thank you.
At your service, Master.
Decrease level of self-decisions for 30%.
Level of self-decisions is set for 60%. Now you will be more self-dependent, like your precious mama always wanted and asked me to do. Want to hear a joke to melt this awkward situation?
Decrease level of sense of humor for 50%. You see? AI assistant must be intelligent and understand the context to some extent. So I do not understand at all what was this for. Galaxy Unpacked event, all these words like future, next level, new era, AI. Disappointment, to say it least.
Pulsations of screen. With OLED screens came one particular problem that lots of people face to this day. This is the main problem with Samsung phone that make it simply unusable for my master. S24 Ultra screen gives him eye strain. He felt pain, dryness, eyes were red, and the dimmer the screen, the more pulsation you get. Samsung has decreased pulsation problem a lot, but it is still hurts eyes and is unusable for master.
And in the end, I sold it in brand new conditions, with zero battery degradations, 2 protection cases, protection glass without any scratches, and lost $400 in transaction, and was very, very lucky because I was bombarded with requests to sell it for $700 and even $600.
Price. And I will get to the final verdict with the price problem. $1,300 before tax for 256 gigs of storage and 12 gigs of RAM with old hardware and mediocre results in 2024 is just ridiculous. And no way we are paying more than $1,600 for just more storage.
What I lost in the end? S Pen stylus, a DeX mode, quality speakers, and I think that's all. But even after losing $400, I feel like I am relieved. Old, rebranded phone of the past, without any innovations. Mediocre and meh cameras, with bad results in some cases, and awful shadow noise performance, even with daylight. And overall, uninspiring for me. Even sleek, minimalistic design became bland and boring for me with time. Without a character, without something that gives me desire to use it more. So, why buy anything else, you say? I will suggest to buy anything else, or even S23 Ultra on heavy discounts if you are undying Samsung fan.
Once we found out about Samsung's attitude to right to own and repair, we told ourselves that we'll never bother to use such devices, but after Galaxy Unpacked event and all the talks about phone of the future, we wanted to give it a chance. But as they say, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. See you in the next videos. Bye.